have a special corner of the world in Kitsap County, and we love our community. There's a lot to see and do, and opportunities to discover. But for all the beauty in our world, what really matters to us the most is the people, the friends, family, and neighbors who give us purpose and keep us connected. United Way of Kitsap County fights for what really matters: a strong community, compassionate, healthy, educated.
What matters to me most is a strong community and experiencing the joy of serving others.
You can gauge the strength of a community by the compassion of its volunteers. That's why United Way promotes volunteerism through its annual Day of Caring, enlisting hundreds of volunteers from local businesses, military, and individual volunteers on dozens of worthy projects around the county.
This is our 23rd annual Day of Caring. We have service projects all the way from Point No Point to Banner Forest in the South Kitsap area.
There I is.
The original thought was to show my kids that giving back to the community is fun.
What matters to me is a healthy community.
In Kitsap County, thousands of our neighbors are uninsured or underinsured with regard to their health care. We are stronger as a whole when all our members are healthy and productive members of the community. That's why United Way is a major partner with Project Access.
The key to Project Access's expansion into Kitsap County is partnerships.
And in that group, it was determined that it made more sense to expand our services into Kitsap than to have Kitsap start its own services. The great partnership that made that happen included United Way, Harrison Hospital, the Health District, and under the leadership of Commissioner Gelder, it's been a very successful and fruitful relationship ever since.
I think one of the best benefits of Project Access is the fact that it allows for appropriate care to happen in the appropriate setting.
With Project Access, patients get the care they need in a timely manner when the symptoms first present, and that allows them to avoid the emergency room, which is a much more expensive place to get care, and patients are typically much sicker when they go there.
And people shouldn't have to make tough choices between health care, their rent, their food. And really what United Way and other partners have made possible is the fact that there are programs in our community that make a difference, that allow us to connect people with the services they need so that they can express themselves in the best possible way.
What matters to me is education that enlightens and empowers.
Education touches lives in many ways, from teaching the fundamentals to our children, to introducing breakthrough approaches in tackling the most daunting challenges in our community. One of those dramatic breakthroughs is our new understandings about ACEs, or adverse childhood experiences, in our community. Adverse childhood experiences are destructive events where children are raised in environments that include substance abuse, parental separation, physical, mental, or sexual abuse, and physical or emotional neglect. The cumulative effects can be traumatic and oftentimes result in future negative health behaviors, chronic mental health issues, chronic disease, and reduced lifespan. Kitsap Strong is a community initiative underwritten by the Kitsap Community Foundation, United Way of Kitsap County, the Suquamish Tribe, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and the Kitsap Public Health District.
So the first step to solving any problem is realizing there is one. And with your help, the United Way and Kitsap Strong have been able to train over 2,500 people here in our community about adverse childhood experiences and the impact that trauma can have on our brains and bodies.
Kitsap Strong is really important to the Suquamish tribal community because it's really a game changer, the way that we can talk about trauma and how those things have affected community members.
We are learning about not so much as what's wrong with you as opposed to what happened to you. And that really does change the ball game.
What I've learned through this collective learning academy is about not only the science, but also about how it leads to behavior change and allows all of us to have more compassion for some of the behaviors we're seeing and get to the heart of how we can support people in changing and meeting people where they are in their own needs.
We work with youth all over the county in juvenile detention centers, foster care agency. We meet with kids on their school campuses and in coffee shops, and our goal is to build relationships with them and empower them to make good decisions and to not let their past dictate their lives.
We brought together 26 local nonprofits in our Collaborative Learning Academy, and now these agencies are leading the way in our community, figuring out how can we do things differently to support everyone in our community.
Through your generous support of United Way, we continue the fight for what matters most in Kitsap County. Together we will build
a strong and compassionate community
with accessible health care for all of our neighbors.
An education that equips individuals and transforms lives.
Please give to United Way of Kitsap County, fighting for what matters for over 79 years.